What's going on, everybody? This is your man Lucky. I'm back with another one. Look, guys, this is going to be a real quick video. I'm going to get straight to the point. Fellas, you must be very, very careful when it comes to allowing yourself to be manipulated by women. A lot of men get in their feelings when women say certain things to us. And because of the fact that we get emotional about it, we allow ourselves to be manipulated. Okay, let me just get straight into it. Okay, if a woman says any one of these three things, you are more than likely in a position where she is trying to manipulate you. You must listen to what's being said, guys, and move in a way that is logical and not emotional. First off, you're shallow. If a woman tells you that you are shallow because you have preferences or you have certain standards when it comes to the type of woman that you deal with, be very careful. It's a manipulation tactic. See, any woman that thinks that you're shallow because you have a standard when it comes to dealing with women is more than likely she's not able to meet that standard. She does not meet that standard. So instead of her just accepting the fact that she doesn't meet that standard, she tries to make you the problem. Oh, you're shallow because you have a beauty standard. You typically hear, well, women bring more than just, looks to the table. What about great conversation, and what about this, and what about that? Let me explain something to you, fellas. A relationship is not mandatory. A relationship is not a necessity. It is a luxury. A relationship is extra. Okay, and when it comes to luxuries, you have the right to choose. Period. If you have a preference when it comes to a woman, the type of woman that you deal with, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. However, again, a woman will try to manipulate you and try to make you feel some type of way because you have a preference. I have a preference when it comes to women. I like a woman with a nice body. And so what happens is, people start coming from left field and right field and start talking about, well, women bring more to the table than that. And just because a woman, has a nice body doesn't mean the relationship is going to work, or, that's so surface level, or just whatever it is. Let me tell you something, man. Don't let anybody try to make you feel some type of way because you have a standard or because you have a preference. A relationship is a luxury, and I get to choose what it is that I like. If you don't like what I like, that's too bad. It just is what it is. If you don't fit into what I like, then that's too bad. Like, people make it seem like, or sometimes women make it seem like you're supposed to deal with this woman because, hey, she's a great person and she has a great personality. That's fine. But if that is not at the top of my list, remember, it's my list. I get to choose what I want. Fellas, it's your list. You get to choose what you want. Don't let anybody make you feel some type of way and now you want to change your stance. You know what I'm saying? Because I promise you, you're going to regret it later. At some point in time, you're going to be looking at that woman like, oh, like, what did I do? You understand what I'm saying? If you have a beauty standard, whatever your preference is, you roll with your preference. Now, if you feel like relaxing, whatever that preference is, if you have a standard and you decide that you want to relax that standard for whatever your reasons are, then that's fine. But do not allow yourself to be manipulated into changing your standard simply because, a woman done made you feel some type of way because, you have a preference. There's absolutely nothing wrong with having a preference, man. Do not allow yourself to be manipulated. Next, guys, the second thing is what's the second thing? Okay, a real man, you know what I'm saying? A real man would, or a real man wouldn't, whatever it is. Again, guys, man, at the end of the day, it's all about our feelings. Get out your feelings, man. Don't make a decision based off of your feelings and you're not following what is good for you logically. Women always talk about what a good man is, a real man is, and all of that. So now, because you in your feelings and you want to prove that you a real man, you going to go ahead and take your standard or whatever it is and throw it out the window just to try to prove a point, just to try to look a certain way. It does not make sense. Again, you're going to regret it down the line. If that woman doesn't think that you a real man, then oh well then. Why are you worried about what she think anyway? Listen, why do you don't have to prove that you are? Listen, if you have a standard and she says, "Oh, well, a real man would do this," then guess what? All right, well, I'm not a real man, therefore I'm not the man that you want to deal with. And go on about your business, man. Don't let this. It's a manipulation tactic. She's trying to make you feel some type of way so that you'll lower that standard or you'll cross out that particular boundary or whatever so that she can have access to you. You're gonna regret it later. All right. Let me see. What's the third thing? Let me see. You're just insecure. Let me tell you something, man. That's a banger right there. Again, man, when it comes to your standards, man, you got to stand on business. When it comes to your boundaries, you got to stand on business, man. If you have a boundary for your relationship, if your boundary is whatever it is, whatever your boundary is, whatever your standard is, don't make allow a woman to make you feel some type of way because now she wants to cross that boundary or she no longer meets that standard, but you're insecure. She gonna make you feel some type of way. Let me explain something to you, man. You are in total control of your feelings, right? So when it comes to, her making you feel some type of way, that's on you. That's on you. Get out your feelings and move in logic. Women will manipulate you up, down, left, right, all type of ways if you allow it. You got to let a woman know, listen, this is my standard, this is my boundary, and that's just what it is. They would try to manipulate you to get you to bend and twist and turn so that, they can get it in their favor. And I mean, look, I ain't mad. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. We used to do it all the time. We did it to our parents. You know what I'm saying? We tried to, try to manipulate our parents or whatever and stuff like that. Like, I get it, man. But yo, you got to stand on business when it comes to your relationship because, again, a relationship is a luxury. Women out here sometimes feel like that you owe them a relationship. You know what I'm saying? If you have a beauty standard and they don't meet that standard, yet they're a nice person, now they're going to try to make you feel some type of way. Well, I'm a nice person. And man, I don't have to give anybody a chance. You know what I'm saying? At me. Whoever doesn't meet, if they don't meet my particular standard, my requirement. To be in a relationship with me, I got terms, conditions, rules, regulations, and all of that to be in a relationship. Listen, you could be a nice person all day. She could be a nice person all day. That does not, for me, it does not qualify her to be in a relationship with me. And you guys got to stop. A lot of y'all guys are in relationships, man, that you don't even want to be in because you probably got manipulated into getting into it. You probably been in a marriage for years that you got manipulated into being into. Y'all was together for 4 or 5 years, right? She wants to get married. She wanted to get married. You didn't want to get married, but now she's like, we've been together for 5 years. I gave you 5 years of my life and this and that and blah, blah, blah. So now you like, man, she did give me 5 years. Man, man, all kind. I could have went and did this and I could have went and done. And now you feeling some type of way. So now reluctantly, you know what I'm saying? You go out and you get married. Now you're stuck in a marriage that you don't even really want to be there, but you got manipulated or you allowed yourself to be manipulated. And you know what I'm saying? You got into the situation anyway. Some of y'all guys are in situations that you want to get out of and you're being manipulated to stay in the relationship. You know what I'm saying? She's going to give you a whole big long story about, I don't know, whatever it is, all the things that she did, the sacrifices that she made and all of that kind of stuff. They're talking about stuff they did 5 years ago, 10 years ago. What has she done for you lately? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are stuck in relationships because you're stuck in the past. What has she done for you lately, guys? If she hasn't done anything lately to continue to earn you, I mean, then really, what are you doing? Stop staying in relationships, man. And I'm not saying just go, everybody, you need to just break up. Everybody just going around break up, break up, break up. It's breakup season. Everybody just break up. That's not what I'm saying, because if anybody watches my content, y'all know that I always say, if the relationship is not working out, or this and that, to try to fix it, try to work on it, better yourself. She needs to better herself so that y'all can get on the same track and fix whatever the issue is. But at some point you have to say, okay, well, you know what, this is not working out anymore and I have to go. Stop feeling obligated. A lot of you guys feel obligated, man, to stay in situations that no longer serve you. But what are you getting out of it? And I get it, man. We don't want to just go around hurting people's feelings and stuff like that. I get that. But what about you? Guys, stop getting in situations, man, because you're allowing yourself to be manipulated because you don't want to look like you're not a real man, or you don't want to look insecure, or you don't want to look shallow. You know what I'm saying? Let me know in the comment section, man, some of the other things that y'all hear, in regards to the ways that women try to manipulate men, the things that they say to either try to get you in a relationship, to get you to, stay in a relationship. I know a lot of guys that have kids. A lot of you guys are dealing with, a lot of manipulation tactics where, maybe I'm not going to let you see your kids, or, the kids this or the kids that and stuff. And so a lot of you guys are staying for the kids. You guys feel like, in your mind, it's like, yo, I care about her, I love her, whatever. And that very well may be, but then you're being manipulated to stay in a situation. You can care about her and you can love her from afar. You understand what I'm saying? You don't have to be in a relationship. Love and relationships are two different things. You can love somebody and not be in a relationship, and you can be in a relationship and not love somebody. We know that, okay? Guys, do not allow yourself to be manipulated, man. Manipulation is at an all-time high, and a lot of guys are in jammed up situations simply because you're allowing yourself to be manipulated. I get it. No one wants to be the bad guy. Nobody looks like nobody wants to be the bad guy. Nobody wants to look like they're the bad guy. But I'm telling you guys, for your own peace of mind, for your own mental stability, sometimes you just got to be the bad guy. Do not be manipulated. I'll catch y'all on the next one.